Doctors at the Bay Area's busiest trauma center unveiled a major upgrade today. They cut the ribbon on San Francisco General Hospital's new Orthopaedic Trauma Institute. Its mission is to turn the public hospital's massive volume of trauma cases into a world-class teaching opportunity.
Very good. Okay, can you bend down, just like me, like this?
Watching Chara Schreier bend down on one leg is remarkable, considering just 2 years ago she plummeted through the second floor of a construction site, smashing her pelvis.
I stepped onto what I thought was an attached floor, and it wasn't attached.
Paramedics rushed her to the Bay Area's oldest and busiest trauma center at San Francisco General. But what's old on the outside isn't necessarily old on the inside.
This is the ball part. And what you see is multiple shadows, and the whole cup piece basically is blown apart.
Dr. Amir Matatyahu patched Chara's pelvis back together using computer-guided surgical technology, reconstructing the bones with a combination of screws and other hardware guided into place by this GPS-like system.
And this one shows us that we're above the hip joint, which is where we want to be.
It's the kind of high-end computerized equipment typically found in teaching hospitals, which is exactly what this new section of SF General has become. After years of struggling to attract surgeons, Director Ted McClough and others helped raise private money to create the Orthopaedic Trauma Institute.
What we built here is a multi-pronged approach to taking care of the orthopedic trauma patient, specifically highest level of clinical care, cutting-edge research, top-notch education.
The Institute houses a state-of-the-art training facility, which in turn is helping to recruit surgical students from around the world. The draw is a chance to learn with high-end equipment in one of the most intense trauma environments anywhere.
Generally speaking, on a busy day, you can see 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 traumas come in at one time or in sequence. And we've had everything from the tiger mauling at the zoo to patients come in after a gang fight and they get hurt.
The Institute also added research labs where surgeons will probe the biology of traumatic injuries from bone to blood vessel and conduct clinical trials. More than 70 physicians and specialists from UCSF will eventually be based here. But while the facilities may be elite, the patients who benefit will run the gamut, since the Institute is still part of a massive public hospital treating thousands of uninsured and Medi-Cal patients every year.
It doesn't make any difference what your socioeconomic background is. You're going to get the most advanced care here in San Francisco at San Francisco General Hospital.
Care that patients like Chara, who lives in Tiburon and does have insurance, deeply appreciate.
This place did save my life, and Dr. Matatyahu did. It did save my life.
And much of the equipment you saw in the surgical training center runs into the millions of dollars, but several of the manufacturers gave the Institute steep discounts to put their devices in the hands of the next generation of trauma surgeons.
Who are obviously so skilled.